Hello, I'm Congressman or former Congressman Dennis Ross from Florida, and I'm honored to be able to have this opportunity to speak to you because this is such a formative time in your careers. I know you've had a great opening session with some members of Congress, especially from the Modernization Committee, and I'm so delighted to see Congress take the interest they're taking in the internship program and understanding how significant it is for the development of not only you, our future leaders, but also the continued survival and thriving of our nation. Let's talk about internships. The experiential training you will learn is not unlike a residency that a doctor will have when they go to get their medical license. It is in the clinicals. It's where you learn the process. Where you get to know how things are done or not done, things that you can't explain, especially in the political arena. Let me tell you something. You're already ahead of me. I was rejected when I wanted to be an intern. I always had a passion for the political world as a kid. Wrote letters to presidents, wrote letters to members of Congress, and one of my letters was a request to intern with a United States senator from Florida. They didn't have the resources. Now, this was back in the late 70s. You know, right now there are more opportunities to intern in the United States Congress than there ever has been. When I served 3 years ago, we didn't have paid internships. Now we do. I had some interns that couldn't afford to be up there, but their passion, again, allowed them to be able to make ends meet, take out student loans, and now they're serving in a myriad of positions on the Hill because they knew that there was an opportunity there, the same way you are. Even though I was denied my opportunity to serve on the Hill, my passion for the political arena wasn't dampened a bit. I went on, fortunately, to a national lobby, actually, for student associations, and then worked in the Florida legislature. But I never lost my desire for wanting to be in the political process. I got to tell you, Washington, D.C. is a magical city. It's a great place for young people. It's the center of the political universe, and that's a driver. But you know that there's a purpose in your life that is driving you to go to DC, and most likely it's to have an impact not only on your community but on the world. What better way than to gain the knowledge and the experience through interning and knowing that you've got a greater possibility now than almost anybody else in any other occupation to find employment, a career in the political process in Washington, D.C., especially with College to Congress that I'm affiliated with right now. 90% of our interns go on to find employment in the process. Now, that's amazing. Another thing that really concerns me is that less than 4% of colleges and universities require any education, any courses in financial literacy. Now, what you're learning in politics is, yes, there's a lot of give and take, but everything runs on the dollar. Budgets, appropriations, what's in it for me? How can I bring this back home? What are we going to do, to help hurricane victims? What are we going to do to help our veterans? It's all about dollars. It's all about economics. But we don't teach the fundamentals of economics. We don't teach those things that are being debated in Congress about raising taxes, lowering taxes, cutting expenses, raising expenses. We don't teach that. Again, you're learning it in experiential training. And one of the reasons that I'm very active, not only with College to Congress, but also in the academic environment at Southeastern University, is the divisiveness that we face in this nation. In my time, I've never seen it the way it is. And we all know we've been in more divisive times than this. We've been in more protracted times than this. But we've always been able to come through. Now, how have we been able to come through? Leadership. We have people that understand that the greater good, the system, again, I'll throw you back to the Constitution and the preamble, because the preamble is the greatest definition of the greater good for America. And if we keep coming back to that, we'll realize that if we're all on board for that, even though we have different ways of getting there, we all want to go for the greater good. We need people to bring us together. Intern-a-Palooza is a wonderful way to bring people together. It's building that network, a network that will last well beyond your time in Congress. Build your relationship with those people across the aisle. In other words, you may say, I absolutely deplore their political thought. I can't believe they would even think this way. But you know what? They love Yellowstone National Park. I love the national parks. The fact that we both have common ground gives us a basis to build a relationship. It is about relationships. If you build that relationship, if you build that friendship, and as you grow into your career and your paths cross many times, you will find how helpful, how beneficial that relationship becomes. Because I will tell you from my own personal experience in serving both in the Florida House and in the United States Congress, that whomever may be your adversary today may very well need to be your ally tomorrow. I don't agree with you on this bill. My boss doesn't agree with you on this bill, but we need you on this bill. So how can we build this? Do not burn that bridge. Do not burn that bridge. Build a relationship. Some of my best friends are of opposite political thought. And yes, we joked about how we canceled out each other's votes, but we got to know each other. You might find out that you're going to be, working together either in Congress as a member of Congress or as a staff director or whatever it may be, but you're building that network. And I got to thank Intern-a-Palooza for that. Your internship is invaluable. It will look great on a resume, but it will build confidence in your soul. It will build confidence in your heart. It will ignite the pilot light of the passion that puts you there in the first place. The challenges that face you are much greater than the challenges that faced me when I was your age. So you have got your hands full. But the beauty of that is you have the opportunity to be the next greatest generation this country has ever seen. So with that, I'll leave you this one thing. You don't know where you're going to end up. But one thing you know for sure, you started out as an intern, and that's a wonderful way to be. Now go out there and be the leader that you want to see. God bless you. Good luck. And I wish you the best success. Thank you.